with Andrew from WIldheart from Brisbane, Australia. How's it going, Andrew?
Hey, good, thank you. How are you?
Doing great. Really appreciate you coming on. Let's dive right into it. So when and how do you guys form?
So WildHeart kind of formed like some of the guys moved from North Queensland in a town called Cairns. Some of them moved down to Brisbane and kind of started like around then. Like everyone had been playing music together for a while and yeah, really started kind of pushing it. I guess a bit more seriously in like 2017 when I joined. So I kind of came in just helping them, get shows, and then their drummer left, so they're like, "Hey, do you want to come join?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." Like so, we've kind of been pushing it hard since then. And yeah, like I think the guys that grew up together up north, and then like Axel had come in as well, and I think I met him on their first tour together. That was his first time singing, and yeah, they did a great job. And so I like before I was in the band, I was also a big fan, so it was really cool to get the call and be like, "Hey, come play."
That works out perfectly. That's the best, like when you're a fan of the band and then you become the drummer or the guitarist or whatever of the band.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just great music. Like even if I didn't play in the band, like I love the songs and I love the music and the kind of genre that it does. So it was, yeah, kind of a no-brainer to join for me. So.
Right on, man. That's sick. So in April, you guys released Death Is All That's Left. How's the response been to it?
Yeah, it's been really good. We're really happy, with the feedback we've been getting on it. We did a launch show for it on the Gold Coast like a month ago now, and really happy with the crowd. Like turnout was great. The bands that we got for it was sick. Like it was actually a little bit nerve-wracking playing after all of them because they were so good. So I was a little bit nervous, but yeah, a great night. And yeah, like the response has been really positive. Like people really love it. It's probably like one of the heaviest songs we've done. So people are like, "Whoa, like this is really good." And then yeah, the like people kind of asking us about the lyrics and what it was about, and being able to talk about that has been a really positive, you know, interaction. So we're really happy with it. Yeah.
Right on. So who do you guys record it with and how was the process?
So we have an engineer that we work with on the north side of Brisbane here. So probably about a half an hour, 40-minute drive from Brisbane City. His name's Gareth Hargraves, and we've worked with him for a long time now. He has a little studio out of a property up there. And yeah, we kind of like pre-pro and write everything. Adam will start kind of writing guitar tracks, and then he and I will sit down and kind of look at drums and patterns and what parts will repeat, what might be a chorus. From there, we kind of workshop some lyrics together as a band, send stuff back and forth. And then, yeah, if we can get on a Zoom chat or if we can get everyone in the same room, start jamming it. And then it kind of just went from there. We got straight in the studio because we were amped to get new music out. We wanted to get in and record, and yeah, this song kind of came together really quickly. And Gareth, like the first mix we got back, we were like, "This is huge!" Like, yeah, really, really happy with it. And the process was super easy. Like even though we kind of record in parts, like I had a day off work and went down and recorded my drums. And then that was after Adam had recorded guitars, and then everything just kind of fell into place from there. So,
Right on. That's awesome. So you're from Brisbane, Australia. How's the melodic hardcore scene there? Do you have a favorite local band, a favorite venue?
oh, that's a tricky one. I mean, like, yeah, we were talking about bands earlier, like Stepson. Like I've been a massive fan of that band for years, and we're hoping to tee up some more shows with them soon. Like as far as venues, like Brisbane, kind of like we just had a venue that's quite well known, has been operating for 27 years, called the Zoo. That actually just shut recently, and they just kind of we're talking about the rising costs involved in running a venue. And they had another kind of like smaller venue offshoot of that called the Stranded Bar, which we played last year, and that was a really cool space as well. But losing the Zoo as like a staple for kind of like live alternative music in Brisbane has been a bit tricky because there's not too many dedicated like live music venues for alternative music here. So yeah, I mean the zoo is definitely a favorite, and then there's another venue, like upstairs venue called Black Bear Lodge. I really enjoy playing there. Load-in's a bit tricky because there's a massive stairwell, but yeah, try not to lend drums when we play there.
That's awesome. So who would you say your biggest influences are?
As a band, I think WIldheart kind of lean on like a mix because we all kind of listen to different stuff. So definitely like as far as like newer bands like Counterparts and Boundaries have been big influences for us. If we think back to like older bands like early Architects, For the Fallen Dreams, even early The Ghost Inside, all of those bands kind of play into like I guess like our blend of like metalcore and melodic hardcore and where we kind of sit in the middle of it. We've always been, I guess, big fans of like that, the clean singing in heavier music, like bands like from, out like from Brisbane now, but grew up in Gympie, the Amity Affliction. We've kind of grown up watching bands like that and looking at how they can write choruses and how like make catchy hooks and lines and yeah, so I guess they're kind of some of the bands that we look up to and we like that influence a lot of our writing style.
So here's $1 million question for you. So if you could tour with one of those bands, which one?
Oh, Counterparts for sure. Like watching, like I just watch Kyle's drum cams like on Instagram like every week, and I'm just like, how does he play that? Like it's wild. He is one of the best drummers I've ever seen live. And I think I've seen them. I've probably only seen them 3 times in Brisbane. I think I've missed them a couple of times. But yeah, if we could tour with them, that would be an absolute dream. But yeah,
That would be freaking sick, touring with Counterparts.
yeah, just get heckled by Brendan every night.
He's the ultimate troll.
Yeah. His Twitter, yeah, is just like it would be fun to tour with. Like let's be honest, though.
Keeping you guys young and full of energy.
Yeah.
Right on, man. So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you as a person. I do this with the other bands. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right, first one. Would you rather have a house in the mountains or on the beach?
I'm gonna say beach. Yep.
Favorite season?
Favorite season, summer. Yep.
Any particular reason?
Oh, I guess just tie back in with the beach, like like being out in the sun, getting out in nature and outdoors, and it's nice in the summer in Queensland. So
I feel you on that one. I'm definitely a big summer guy.
mm.
So I'm a big Lord of the Rings guy. It's my favorite movie of all time. I'm sure you've seen the memes and all that. I'm a nerd. I embrace it.
Me too.
Right on. All right, so you'll appreciate this question. So if you could be any Lord of the Rings character, which one?
Oh, I feel like Aragon, like as Strider, as this kind of like, just kind of sitting back, like watching everything happening, kind of like has the knowledge, has the experience, and is like, not like when he's king, but yeah, when he's, I guess like watching out for other people and a bit more like unknown. He's got that lineage, the royal lineage, but he's not interested in that like leading. He kind of comes into that. I think that's like one of my favorite character developments in the Lord of the Rings series for sure. So.
Can never go wrong with Aragorn. He's the GOAT. So if you could go back in time and talk to one world leader or person of influence, who would it be?
Oh wow. I mean, I guess it's pretty nerdy, but like the literature like nerd in me like wants to say Shakespeare, because then like you can kind of have that joke of like, what did you actually mean when you wrote this? Like scholars and students and everyone, we all kind of debate over like, what did Shakespeare mean by this? Or to be able to actually ask him, that would be pretty interesting. I don't know, like or like someone from the Roman Empire. Like, what's that meme going around? Like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
That would be sick.
Yeah, just I think like, and then that's the history buff in me too, just being like, what would it be like to actually be there, and what was the kind of political motivations, and what were the I guess, yeah, what were people thinking of in those, historical periods of change, and ancient Greece and the foundations of democracy, like, yeah, any of those.
It'd be really freaking sick to like be there when he wrote like Macbeth and like Hamlet and like stories like that.
Yep, he's got to go perform it for the king, and he's like, oh, is this, should I, maybe not have killed the king off in the play, or
So if you had $1 million and you could donate it to any charity, which one?
Oh, that's hard. Maybe like we have, a lot of really good like men's mental health charities here, like Black Dog Institute, for example. And even them or Movember have, just put out a report on men's mental health, and how it impacts us all. And I think money spent there and around building awareness and support and resources for men, and kind of breaking, I guess, a bit of that stigma about talking about our mental health openly and honestly. I think, yeah, like if I had to narrow it down to one, like a men's mental health charity like Movember or Black Dog Institute would be a good one.
Can't go wrong with that. Great pick. All right, last question. What are some places in Brisbane that visitors should check out?
That visitors should check out. Look, I mean, like there's kind of the usual touristy spots. So Mount Cootha is a lookout just outside of Brisbane, and you can kind of see the whole city from there. It's quite nice, a little hike up there. South Bank is obviously like, markets, shops. You've got the Ferris wheel there, and you're right on the riverfront, so you can like kind of ride a bike along the waterfront, walk along. Some really good food places there as well. They're definitely good picks. There's a lot of great waterfalls as well. Not far drive out of Brisbane, so Cedar Creek Falls, really beautiful waterfall if you like getting out into nature. So yeah, if I had to, pick a couple, those are some good suggestions.
So when I finally fly over there and visit all you guys down there, you can take me to all those spots.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, please let me know and I'll show you around.
Oh, right on, man. Really appreciate it. Well, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting up a little bit, and the support means the world to me.
No, thank you. Thank you for, having us on, and everything you do for music. Like you're out there promoting the artists, promoting the music, and it's a massive help. So thank you.
It means the world to me. Thank you. So for the people that are going to watch this interview later, where can they find your music at?
Yep. So you can find us on all our socials. We are WIldheart on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok. Our website is wearewildheart.com.au, and that has links to everything from shows, music, all our streaming services, Twitter, X, Facebook. So yeah, you can check us out on our website. Read a little bit about us, and if you like what you hear, yeah, please share it around, hit like, follow us. We're posting, we're about to head on tour in North Queensland next week. So we've been posting and working a lot up towards that. And yeah, stay tuned. More new music really soon, hopefully. So yeah, keen for you to hear it.
Do what the man says. Go to the websites, listen to the music, buy merch, support local music. Keep up the great work. Super stoked for you guys. Keep fighting the good fight.
Thanks so much.
Of course. Well, I hope you have a great night, and we'll chat soon.
Thanks, man. Sounds good. You too.
Peace.